Playo.tv live broadcasting.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Brno, to the final day of the European Championship Men under 23 years. I'm Richard Kania, and with me is
Slavik Novotny, and welcome also from me. It's day 7 of the championship, and this is what it comes down to. Only 3 more games to be broadcast here from the Municipal Stadium in Brno. This one for 5th place between Team France, the designated visiting team, and the designated home team, Team Germany.
the Germans are kind of unlucky heroes of this tournament because they have lost only one game, the quarterfinal game, to Belgium 3-1, and they won all the other games. Quick reminder, they beat Georgia 24-0, Slovakia 21-0. They beat France in their first game 9-8 when they were trailing 4 runs in the 9th inning, coming back strong and winning the game. Then the game with Belgium 1-3, and yesterday they won over Great Britain 5-3. So now they're playing for the 5th place as we watch the German team lining up.
On the other hand, the French team also beat Georgia 24-2, Slovakia 11-0, and 4 days ago lost in that unlucky game for Team France in that 9th inning rally. These teams have seen each other in this tournament, but different pitching staff today, ready to hurl the baseball. And then, of course, in our live broadcast 2 days ago, Czech Republic beat France 5-1 in the quarterfinal game, and then yesterday France beat Croatia 9-3, which lands them the chance to fight for that 5th place in the final standings. Among overall 16 teams who made it to Brno and other venues for this under-23 men's championship, and now the national anthems.
Thank you. And now the national ceremony.
After the national anthems, the teams head back into their dugouts. Only the men are the home plate. The third team, crew in blue, left to be introduced at home plate for this game. The Austrian umpire, Sascha Thomasberger. At first base, David Kulhanek, and third base umpire, Roy van de Wateringen. Here's the defense of the home team, Germany, taking the mound.
Is Nicholas Rimmel, number 30. Behind the dish will be Maurice
Bedrin.
First base, Till Schade, number 21. Second base, Nino Sakasa, number 11. Shortstop is Philip Schultz. The third baseman, number 2, Oliver Thieben. In the left field is Mike Emke. In the center field, Pascal Amon. And in the right field, Marcel Jimenez. So that's the defensive position for Team Germany. Team France will be led off by the center fielder, number 21, Leo Gimignan. And as the game is getting to go, this is the final game for both teams. And as you know, it's always good to win the last game, no matter what.
No matter what the final standings is, Leo Gimignan sat out 2 games in the tournament, so he only appeared in 3 of the total 5 games that Team France participated in this tournament. His on-base percentage is .400. We'll see if he can find a way to beat this man, Niklas Rimmel. Starting pitcher for Team Germany. He pitched 1 1/3 of innings, in which he earned 4 runs. That, in the world of statistics, gives him an ERA of 27. Two strikeouts, 6 batters that faced him.
Talking about statistics, Team France as a team is hitting .297, while Team Germany is hitting .235. So that's for stats, but it might be a different story on the baseball field.
Jonathan Motet, French pitcher who is ready in the dugout for this game, not starting on the mound, is among the top aces of the tournament with 0 earned run average in the 10 innings he pitched in. On the other hand, as you mentioned, both teams have a similar batting average, and we're expecting a tight battle just like these teams showed us 4 days ago. And Leo Gimignan in the batter's box, ready to face the first pitch.
And here it is, called a ball.
Gimignan showed bunt. Maybe trying to catch Niklas Rimmel off guard and the whole German defense.
Same thing happened. This time the pitch is called strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Leo Gimignan. Swing and a miss. That makes it 1-2. Foul ball, still 1-2. pitch fouled again. Pitch number 5, 1 ball, 2 strikes for Niklas Rimaldo, German hurler. Another foul ball. Good job by the leadoff, Team France, showing his teammates many pitches. Time's called by home plate umpire. From set, here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Ball's on the dirt. And nice throw to first baseman. That makes it for an out. So 1 out. First strikeout for Niklas Rimmel.
Here's another look. Bendrine took his time, make sure he was to throw in the right place for Tilschade to catch, as Jiminian was making his way towards first. After that dropped third strike. Here's Dylan Gleason, the left fielder.
And the pitch was a ball, so 1 ball, 1 strike right now. So 1-1 pitch. And this one misses low inside. So that's 2-1. It's 2-2. The weather here in Brno is sunny, a little overcast, but the sun is shining. It's a nice hot day for this time of morning.
It almost looks as if clouds are overcast everywhere around, but broken over the baseball diamond.
Yeah, we were extremely lucky with the weather. The heavy rain always came at night. And the ground crew, as we mentioned before several times, made a terrific job on the field because it's in a great shape. And now the count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And a hit towards the center field.
Skalamon makes the catch on the run.
2 outs in the top of the first inning, but the French hitters have seen a lot of pitches. 14 so far with 2 batters. So now up to bat is number 33, the shortstop, Daniel Patrice. And the pitch is a strike. First batter that Niklas Rimmer starts with a strike. And swing and a miss. Strong swing by Patrice.
Perfect location on that pitch. They set up outside and exactly where they wanted to place it. And Patrice chases that outside pitch. This time they miss upstairs above the zone.
Okay, 1-2 the count. Again. 2-2. ball is hit to the pitcher for an easy out, 1-3. And that's the first half of first inning.
A 1-2-3 inning for the German defense. A great start for Niklas Remo, despite the fact that he had to use, I believe, 18 pitches, get the 3 outs. That'll bring German offensive force. First, let's introduce French defense. Gideon Coste, the starting pitcher for Team France. Behind the dish, Nolan Soliveres, first baseman Luc Dury, second baseman Maxence Esteban, the shortstop Daniel Patrice, the third baseman Dylan Mayo, in left field Dylan Gleason, center fielder Leo Gimignan, and in right field Bastien Dagneau.
As we said earlier, the field is in great shape, being watered naturally from the skies, but there's also an irrigation system on the field that's used before every game by the unsung heroes, the ground crew. And the people working behind the scenes that would be lovely to meet, but they do their job pretty well at this European Championship in baseball under 23. And we're about to see the first pitch by Gideon Coste. Facing him is Pascal Amos, and the ball is high for a ball. And the first hit, long fly ball to center field. And it's caught.
Leo Gimignan, similarly to his German counterpart, makes the catch for an easy first out of the game.
So now up to bat is the shortstop for Team Germany, number 9, Philipp Schulz.
17 at-bats in which he recorded only 3 hits, able to get on the base 5 more times as he walked 4 times and was hit by a pitch once. So his on-base percentage, 364, shows bunt. That'll bring the corners in, but takes that pitch outside, ball number 1.
And this pitch is in for a strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Philipp Schulz. And another hit, this time to right field. Fly ball. And it's caught by Marcel Gimignan. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning, as the game goes on. We'd like to inform you that after the 3rd and 6th inning, we'll have interviews ready for you with players from the teams. Ball, the first pitch to Mike Emke. And this one was called strike. 1-1, 2 outs. Fall into French dugout. 1-2. Mike Emke is 2 for 10 with a home run. Two balls, two strike. As Geron Costa is ready to pitch. Fifth pitch to Mike Emke, which is a ball. So that's 3-2.
Full count coming up for German left fielder. Off pitch. Down in the dirt. So first base runner of this game after a walk will be Mike Emke, and that'll bring the designated hitter for Team Germany, Nolan Lang.
Okay, so Gideon Costa takes the signs from his catcher. And here's the pitch. Called strike.
Two Nolans here by the home plate. Oliveira's behind the dish. The catcher who was unable to catch that wild pitch off of Gideon Costa's left hand. And on that, Mike Emke advances one base closer to home plate and is now in second base. On second base, and
Probably a misunderstanding between the pitcher and the catcher. We're going to make it clear
or maybe just discussing.
which sign is live with the runner on second base. Lang is hitting 3 for 14. 214 is his batting average. So MK in scoring position.
And Lang hits a ground ball towards the second baseman Esteban. And an easy play for the French defense.
So after the first inning, the game is tied at zeros. And we'll be back after a short break.
Playo.tv, live broadcasting.
Welcome back to Brno. This program is brought to you by Playo.tv, your partner for live broadcasting, as we watch the game for the 5th place between France and Germany. Germany listed as home team in this game. And the score is 0-0 at the time being.
Daniel Cespedes and Dury, that's what's coming for the French, who went 3 up, 3 down in the top of the first inning to begin this game. And the right fielder, Bastien Dagnon, will lead off in this inning for Team France. This was able to walk 6 times in 18 at-bats. Only 3 hits, but one of those was a triple, one a double.
And here's the first pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. And we already already see some action, I mean movement towards the French bullpen. This one misses, so that's 1-1, 1 ball, 1 strike. Foul ball. Strike 2. 1-2. Foul. Still 1-2.
It's sharply towards third base side.
And fielded by
Boris
the coach.
Rotermund, the third base coach of Team France.
Another foul ball. And this one misses high inside, so that's 2-2. Pitch number 24. And another foul ball.
Daniel able to just get a tiny piece of that. Stay alive.
This is low. That makes it 3-2. And the pitch is called strike, so that's strikeout looking. Strikeout number 2 for Niklas Rimmel.
Bastien Daniel looking astonished by that call.
And now up to bat is number 10, the designated hitter, Leonel Cespedes, who has been hitting .353 in this tournament. 6 out of 17. And he hits the first ball high in the air, foul.
Leonel Cespedes with a quick set of wheels as well. He has 5 attempts and 5 stolen bases, which earns him tied first place overall. The Russian player Daniil Komyakov be a chance for Cespedes in this 5th place game to win in this category. But first, he'll have to reach first base.
And his count is 2 balls, 1 strike. So pretty good chance to get on. And this one's foul also, so it's 2-2. This one is high, so that's full count. So the payoff pitch, and this is high again, high inside. So that's a first French runner aboard.
Similar way to get on.
One out, and now batting number 20, the first baseman, Luke Dury. first pitch is a strike. As you mentioned, Cespedes has a chance to get on top in the stolen bases category, but if he's caught stealing, that would bring him in a lower position. Pickoff move to first base. Not in time.
Want to make sure that Cespedes stays close to the bag. Probably prevent him from proving his speed.
And this one is hit high in the right field.
Marcel Jimenez makes the catch, and Cespedes has to return back to first.
So 2 outs in the top of the second inning. And up to bat is Dylan Mayu, the third baseman, number 27 for Team France. Another pickoff. And strike called to Mayu. No balls, 1 strike here in the top of second inning with 2 outs. And strike number 2. Good location of the pitch.
Just at the kneecaps. Dylan Mayu. They set up outside. Swing and a miss. But foul ball actually managed to tip that ball forward. Hit Maurice Benvin. So still 0-2.
Cespedes running, and that's a run and hit. But in come Marcel Jimenez and makes the catch.
So only 1 runner after that walk, and we've seen 7 batters of the French offense, and 6 of those were put out. Nicolas Rimmel working hard though for every single out. Has to throw a lot of pitches, but it's the final day. Really no place to save any energy. No reason to. It's the final game.
So as Gideon Costa is getting ready for his second inning, let me remind you of the program. As you're watching the teams Germany and France play for the 5th round, fifth place. At 11 o'clock, Russia will be playing Poland for their final position. Then at the same time at Technika, Slovakia will play Ukraine. And at 2 o'clock here at Municipal Baseball Stadium, a game Spain versus Belgium for the 3rd place, and this game will be brought to you by Playo.tv, and it will be broadcast in English. Then Georgia plays Lithuania at 3 o'clock at Technika. Also at Hiroshi at 3 o'clock, Great Britain will play Croatia, and then at 7 o'clock p.m. the final game, where the Czech Republic will play team of Netherlands for the European champion. As we watch the bottom of second inning,
and it's Oliver Thieben, the catcher, facing Gideon Coste.
and 1 ball to Thieben. A swing and a miss. Strong hack by the catcher. 1-1. We're still waiting for the first hit in this tournament. I mean, in this game, not tournament. There were many hits. 2 balls, 1 strike. And that might have a chance. And it does. It drops. So T-Ben reaches base on a hit to left center field with no outs. And Marcel Jimenez, number 20, right fielder for Team Germany, is up to bat now.
Here's Marcel Jimenez, right fielder for Buchbinder Legionäre Regensburg. Showing bunt, but takes that first pitch, which is low for ball number 1.
Okay, ball number 2 misses low inside. Pitch for a strike. 2-1. Pick off to keep the runner, Oliver T-Ben, close. Two and one count. Foul makes it 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. T-Ben on first base. High pitch low. High pitch out of the zone. 3-2. And we have a runner in scoring position. For the second time, Mike Emke was on the wild pitch.
I was going to say that for the first time we have 2 runners on the bases.
Okay, that makes sense.
And it's Nino Sakasa into the bat. Sakasa started only 2 games, appeared in 4, and in 6 at-bats. Recorded 1 hit, walked 3 times. But that in the 6 at-bats also had 3 runs batted in. Shows bunt, but
foul.
Pops it into the backstop for foul ball.
Okay, so another pitch, sprint 6. No throw. So no balls, 1 strike. Another sprint 6 and bunt foul. That makes it 0-2.
Žďárkos lining up for the 0-2 delivery. And it's a wild pitch. That will help Team Germany put both runners into scoring position without the cost of a sacrifice. Bunt by Sakasa.
Time is called by the catcher. And as you mentioned, 2 runners in scoring position, no out.
One ball, 2 strikes. Nobody away, as you saw. Daniel Patrice talking to Marcel Jimenez at second base.
And swing and a miss. First strikeout for Žďárkos. And up to bat is the first baseman, number 21, Till Schade.
Schade only appeared in 2 games in the tournament, 2 hits and 6 at-bats. Struck out once.
Pitch, swing and a miss.
That's 3 RBI. And a chance to potentially add 2 more to that total.
And that's outside for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. The French team plays back. Only the first baseman is halfway in. Swing and a miss, number 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Long swing by Till Schade. And that's strike number 3.
So Žďárkos helping his teammates. Now with 2 strikeouts. An easier situation for the French defense.
Now batting the catcher, number 23, Maurice Bendrine. Which is called a ball, so 1 ball, no strikes.
Bendrine only had 2 plate appearances in the whole tournament, was hit by a pitch once.
Ball in the dirt, ball 2.
And grounded out. The other.
First base is open, but this is number 9 hitter, so you don't want to walk this guy to get to the top of the lineup.
By the third base side, Niklas Rimmel is warming up.
And a hit to third baseman.
Dylan Mayo makes the throw. He put out Maurice Bendrine. So Team Germany leaves 2 runners stranded on the bases after 2 complete innings of play. We're still scoreless here in Brno.
And we'll be back.
Playo.tv live broadcasting.
welcome back to Brno, to the capital city of South Moravia, where we can watch Team Germany playing France. Germans just squandered a great chance to score with runners on second and third with no outs, with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. So the score is still tied at 0. But at least we have seen 1 hit in the game so far.
In the previous matchup of the 2 teams on day 3, the French actually out-hit the Germans. They had 8 hits as opposed to German 5, but it was 3 errors on French defense, especially 2 errors in the final 9th inning that helped Germany turn things around in that 9th inning rally. If I'm not mistaken, that game ended on a hit-by pitch with bases loaded.
So now batting Nolan Sullivares, the catcher of Team France. Swing and a miss for strike 1.
Player for the Montpellier Barracudas pops it up in the air, sky high. It's called by Philipp Schultz, the shortstop, who is called off by Mike Emke actually at the last minute. The left fielder makes the catch for the first out, and finally a shorter at bat for Niklas Rimmel.
As we watch number 45, the second baseman, Maxence Esteban, coming up to bat.
Batting in the 9th spot, the last French batter we haven't seen so far in this game, and takes the first pitch in the lower part of the zone for strike number 1.
French team still hitless in this game with 1 walk. One and 1 the count. And that's strike 2. Down in the zone, 1 and 2. As more people are showing up at this venue.
That misses high. Maxence Esteban, player for Montigny Cougars baseball and softball club. Low and outside.
3 and 2. This one's fouled. So 3 and 2. And strikeout number 3 for Niklas Rimmel. This one was the second strikeout looking. And we go back to the top of the order as Leo Giminian is going to bat. He struck out in his previous at bat. And he hits the first.
Up by the third base side, and it will land unplayable.
So strike one
on Jiminyan. Jiminyan.
You can watch again. Foul ball. Great. Hustle ball by Oliver T-Ban, and the second pitch is also a strike. Swing and a miss. That makes it 0-2.
This time able to hold off. Is that pitch missed outside and low.
The speed of the pitch was 117. One and two, and another change-up for a strike. So that's Jiminyan's second strikeout in this game and fourth strikeout for Team France. As we go to the bottom of the third inning, and the leadoff hitter, center fielder Pascal Amos, will come to bat.
Pascal Amon flied out to Leo Jiminyan. Was the last hitter for Team France in the top of the third. He has a double among 7 hits total and 19 at-bats in this tournament. So Amon's on-base percentage is over 500.
And after this half of the inning, we'll have the interview ready for you. And according to the German pitching coach, Bill Holmberg, it should be Sascha Koch, the winner of yesterday's game. But first, the bottom of the third inning, and as we mentioned, Pascal Amon is the batter to face Gideon Foster. Swing and a miss on the first pitch. 125. Another strong swing, but misses the ball. So 2 strikes.
See some commotion in the German bullpen. Benjamin Thaki and Florian Seidel. As this time Pascal Amon will fly out to the left fielder, Dylan Gleason.
So 1 out here in the bottom of the third inning. And Philipp Schulz, the shortstop for Germany, is up to bat. He's 0 for 1 with a fly ball to right fielder.
Cut, Bill. Let's go.
So 1 ball, 1 strike. And a hit to third baseman.
A routine play for Dormayo, but the throw is off target and will end all the way to the right field, where it's picked up by Bastien Dagnon. Luc Durian able to make the grab as Dylan Mayo on that throwing error. Helped Philipp Schultz reach second base, so Germany once again a runner in scoring position with one away, and Mike Emke, who walked his first time up, is in the box.
Well, Germany had a runner in scoring position every inning. Just came short. Foul ball makes no balls, 1 strike to Mike Emke. That's 1's ball, so it's 1-1.
Nolan Soliveres really asking for that call. Holding the ball where it landed for just a bit longer than usually. Shortstop Daniel Patrice creeping up on Philipp Schultz. Third base coach making sure that German shortstop was safely back on the bag.
This one misses low. So it's 2 balls, 1 strike for Mike Emke. As he's hitting left-handed, there's a better chance to move the runner over to third base at least. Inside move.
This time it was Maxence Esteban, the second baseman, trying to catch Philipp Schultz off guard.
And here's the hit.
It will roll into the corner where it's picked up by Bastien Dagnon. No play at home, and the throw will only stop Mike Emke at first. So an RBI single, and Germany draws for his blood and puts themselves on the board. A 1-0 lead in the bottom of the third.
As you can see, the strong hit down the line with no chance of making the play at home. Ball was cut off, and Mike Emke is at first base. Time is called by Team France as Nolan Lang, the designated hitter for Team Germany, is coming to bat. So 1-0 Germany in the bottom of the third inning. One out. Pickoff move to first base. Emke is there. Another pickoff. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Another pick. And this ball is hit foul. Makes it 2 strikes. So it's no balls, 2 strike, runner on first base.
Nolan Lang, he grounded out to Esteban.
And Mike Emke is keeping the pitcher busy. Pitch, fly ball to right field.
Yeah.
And it's easy catch for Bastien Lenu.
Now the third baseman, Oliver Theben, the first player of this game to record a hit. Was into left field. Sharply hit on drive that landed right in front of Dylan Gleason.
Strike is called. The sound in the background, as you may hear, is
Nicolas Rimo.
playing catch with the catcher, because this is a rather long inning for Team Germany. And another pickoff. One run, 2 hits for Team Germany in the game, and Emke goes. Pitch is low. Stolen base. No chance for the catcher of Team France.
Yeah, Emke was already by the bag, and Nolan Soliver was sort of receiving that ball. So.
So Emke again in scoring position for the second time in this game. He's been on base twice with a walk and a hit, an RBI single. 2 balls, 1 strike on the batter. Makes it 3 balls to Oliver Theben. Foul ball.
Well, full count on Theben. And a little spin move towards second base by Gideon Ghost. But Mike Emke ready by second base. There's a throw and a hit that lands about a meter into the foul territory by the left field line. So another payoff pitch coming up.
So 3 balls, 2 strikes to Oliver Theben, with runner Mike Emke at second base. That's ball 4. Another walk. Walk number 3 for Gideon Coste. That brings French manager up to the mound. as we'll see a pitching change.
That's it for the 20-year-old Sauvigny Leon's pitcher, Gideon Cost. The lefty heading back to the dugout.
Coming
In
from
the
the
third
bullpen.
inning, they already have to head for the bullpen.
And we'll give you the name as soon as
We can see the number,
Yeah.
please.
Okay, seems a little bit language barrier. 29.
It's Cyril Grimaldi. 2 days ago, turned 21. So had a unlucky present for his birthday with that loss to the Czechs. Grimaldi only pitched in 1 inning throughout the whole tournament. He struck out all 3. Well, he faced 5 batters total, handed out 2 walks, but struck out 3. So 0 earned run average, as well as batting average of the opposing batters. Let's see if he can put a stop to the German offense in the bottom of the third. They took the lead and now have runners on second and first with 2 away.
And Marcelo Jimenez, the right fielder, is up to bat, facing Cyril Grimaldi. And it starts off with a ball. Another pitch, another ball. That's ball 2. Two balls, no strikes, 2 runners on. And then ball 3.
Not the way to enter the game for Cyril Grimaldi.
Strike. 3-1. Good hitters count. With runners on first and second. Amke again in scoring position. Strike 2.
Borderline pitch. The lower part of the zone.
So the runners will go with a pitch. Full count.
Great
2
way
outs.
for Grimaldi to get back in this battle between Jimenez, but ends up walking him anyway. So second walk for Jimenez in this game, and it's Nino Sakasa who struck out when he faced Gideon Cost.
Bases loaded here in the third inning. Bottom of right with 2 outs. And Cyril Grimaldi on the mound.
Popped up in the air, and it'll be the third baseman, Dylan Mayo, will make the catch for the final out of the third inning.
And we will have an interview for you right now as you watch the last out of the third inning. So as you see the score,
Can we get the guy
Germany
for the
1,
interview?
France
Can we get
0.
a player for the interview? Whoever you have, Sasheko, I think was promised.
And Slavek Novotny is about to start his interview.
Top of the fourth inning here in this fifth place game. I'm here with Mark Harrison of the German team. Nice to see you, Mark. And battling for the fifth place, is that something you were expecting coming into this tournament, or is it more of a disappointment?
We expected to go to the semifinals and to the final and win this tournament, but we lose against Belgium in the quarterfinals. We're not expecting that, but we have to deal with it, and now we're trying to get the fifth place and beat the French.
Right, and with a win, it's always better to finish the tournament. Now, you've already seen the French in the preliminary round, and you won in that ninth inning rally. What does it take to win again?
It makes a lot of fun. It's great to beat the team again. Yeah.
All right, thank you for the interview. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Okay, so now we're back in the top of the fourth inning, already 1 out, as Dylan Gleason grounded out to the pitcher, and count on Daniel Patrice is 1 ball, 1 strike. And here comes the pitch, missing low. So it's 2-1. Yeah, there's some activity in the German bullpen. And it's strike 2 makes it 2-2. As Slavek mentioned before, there's no use in saving any energy since this is the last game of the tournament. And as you know, if you win, you heal much quicker. So it's 2-2. The count on Daniel Patrice, shortstop of Team France, here in the top of the fourth inning. Pitch hit
Towards Oliver Thieben. The throw in time to Tilschade. 2 away.
So the French team had only 1 runner so far, and it was Leon Cespedes, who's in the on-deck circle right now, as number 25, Bastien Danu, is coming up to bat. The right fielder of Team France, who struck out in his previous at-bat. A swing and a miss.
I believe Daniel was asking home plate umpire Sasha Thomasberger if the call was a called strike or a swing was called. Either way, 2 strikes now on French right fielder.
And the pitch, 116 kilometers per hour breaking pitch for a ball. That makes it 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the ball is hit high to right field for Marcel Jimenez, who makes the catch. 3 up, 3 down. And we're going to go into the bottom of the 4th inning as Germany leads 1-0. And the French team is still hitless in this game as Germany has 2 hits, no errors. There's 1 error charged on the French side. A wild throw by third baseman Dylan Mayu, which ended up in a run by Philipp Schultz. So Till Schade is up to bat, the first baseman of Team Germany.
He struck out in his first plate appearance in this game. For Till Schade, it was only the 2nd strikeout.
And as I watch the pitching coach of Germany, Bill Homburg, giving the signs to the bullpen, there we can expect a pitching change in the German team. But we'll get to that once it happens. So ball 1 for Schade. And ball 2. There's a funny fact that in Team Germany and also in Team Czech are the 2 names that mean pity in their language. So it's Till Schade and Philipp Smola.
Down in the dirt once again from Grimaldi. 3 balls and a strike.
And swing and a miss. And a walk. So all letters in the stats for Till Schade. Strikeout and a walk. And Germany has runner on with no outs. The catcher, number 23, Morris Bendrin, is up to bat. And Cyril Grimaldi is getting ready to pitch. There's the pitch and a hit in 5-6 hole. Another hit for Team Germany. 3 hits. And again, as in every other inning, they have a runner in scoring position. And the top of the lineup is up. So it's Pascal Amon the center fielder, who hit 2 flyouts in his previous at-bats. Okay, the first baseman is coming to talk to the pitcher. As a big cloud covers the sun now. All right, little understanding between the shortstop and the pitcher, as the shortstop was running towards second base. The pitcher delivered, and the ball was caught. A strike. Another.
Popped up in the air. Out of play for a foul ball.
So 2 strikes on Pascal Amon. Oh, and 2. 2 runners on.
Amon moving up in the box, closer to the mound. And
Yeah.
hits it up in the air once again. And for the second time in this game, he flies out to Dylan Gleason. Runners will hold. And with 1 away, it's the aforementioned Philip Pitti, or Philip Schultz. Oh, sorry, that's the other one. Philip Schultz coming to the plate. He scored the only run of this game after he reached on the error by the third baseman Mayu. And now has a chance to drive in some runs as well.
So he's 0 for 2 with a fly out and an error. And this ball misses low outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Bunt, a double steal. And everybody's safe. Bunt shown. And Till Shada steals third as Maurice Bendrine steals second. And the pitch was called a ball, so it's 2 balls, no strike. Runners in scoring position on second and third.
First base is open, but they don't want to bring up the next part of the lineup. With less than 2 outs, I'm sure, as Mike Emke is on deck. He has the RBI single. There's 1 for 1. Down in the dirt, good block by Nolan Soleris.
So 3-1. To Philip Schultz.
Field playing in.
And strike is called on the as you can hear if you speak German. The German dugout is a little bit disappointed with that call, but this one is pretty clear.
So walk will load the bases, and Mike Emke, who walked his first time up and then hit that score opening single into right field.
And time is called as the French manager approaches the mound with another pitching change.
So that's it for Cyril Grimaldi.
And there's too many players on the mound. According to the SEEP rules, it could be only the manager, catcher, pitcher, and one other player.
Position player. Yeah. Anxiously waiting to find out who the player is, as he's. It's Clement Esteban, lefty pitcher. Only 2 weeks ago turned 19. Bottom of the fourth, and already third pitcher on the mound for the Équipe de France. Clement Esteban.
Pitched only 1 inning, allowed 3 hits, 2 runs. Both of them earned, walked 1. One of them was home run. And the batting average against him was 750. So time to
make up for those numbers. But you know what, in only 1 appearance. In only 1 appearance you get a, you allow a home run, and that I don't know, screws up your numbers for the rest of the tournament if you don't get another chance. This is the chance for Clement Esteban.
Well, a tough chance since he's entering the game with only 1 out and bases loaded.
And this man, wearing number 24 on the back of his uniform, Mike Emke, coming up to the plate.
And as you mentioned, Mike was on base every time he faced the French pitcher in this game.
That was back when Gideon Coste was on the mound. He hasn't actually seen Cyril Grimaldi, if I'm not mistaken.
Right. And the first pitch is hit for a base hit.
A blooper over the infield. The throw to home is late and off target, and will land all the way in the backstop. And he's rounding third for another run. So a bases clearing single, and Mike Emke delivers once again. He adds 3 more runs.
Right, so the chance to get better numbers was in vain, as the pitcher was standing, as you can see, in front of the home plate, not backing up, resulting in 3 runs and the runner on third base.
That throw home was off target, and Nolan Soliveres also sort of misjudged that bounce, and it landed all the way to the backstop. That allowed another run, and several miscues on defense end up in Mike Emke being only 90 feet away from scoring another run, still only 1 away. And Nolan Lung was due, the designated hitter for Team Germany, grounded out in his first plate appearance, and then the second at bat flied out to Bastien Dagnol, the right fielder.
Now he's with 1 ball, 1 strike. The ball was 120 kilometers, clocked on the radar gun. And a hit foul, almost hit the third base coach. Sharp hit. The French team is playing in. Another long inning in defense for France.
Popped up over the backstop net.
The Spanish team already arrived to the field. For their third place game. And that's a sharp hit, long fly ball towards center field. It's gonna be caught, but no chance
To get the runner, so Mike Emke tags up, and that's home for the 4th run of Team Germany in this inning, and 5th overall. Their lead is now 5-0. The 4th inning. Base is clear for the French defense. Only the hitters they can focus on, and it's Oliver Thieben, who, like Mike Emke, also reached both times, walked once, and hit a single in the 2nd inning. Despite our expectations after that gesture from the German pitching coach, it's still Rimmel who's warming up on the third base side.
1 ball, 1 strike to Oliver Thieben. Swing and a miss. That makes it 1-2.
102 kilometers per hour on that pitch. And it worked to get Oliver Thieben's timing off.
And a foul ball. Still 1-2. And the pitch high. Foul. And here's the pitch. Another foul ball. So long at bat for Thieben. He's seen 5 pitches by Clement Esteban. And check swing, foul. Thieben was able to stop his swing because the pitch was a changeup, a very slow one, so his timing was a little bit off, but still got a piece of it to foul it off. And this one's fouled again. If I'm not mistaken, it's 6 foul balls, 5 foul balls, 1 swing and a miss. In this battle of Clement Esteban and Oliver Thieben. And another pitch. And guess what? Foul ball.
Oliver Thieben staying alive, spoiling the pitches, waiting for the right one. Esteban hoping to put a stop to this inning. It's hit towards third base side, picked up by Mayu, and the throw with one hop is not picked up by Luke Dury. So after that, long at bat, Oliver Thieben reaches on the error by the first baseman.
Well, it will be interesting to see who they will charge it to, because it was on the ground, but of course playable.
Well, either way,
maybe it will be nice to the third baseman, Mayo, charging him with second error. And here comes the first pitch, and a fly ball to center field, and it is caught by Leo Gimignan. So after 4 innings, it's Germany 5, France 0 in runs as well as hits. And Germany has 4 hits, no errors. There's 2 errors on the French side, and we'll be back.
Playo.tv live broadcasting.
Welcome back to Brno, to Municipal Stadium, where we are watching the game for the 5th place in European Championship in baseball, men's under 23, as Germany, after 4 completed innings, is leading Team France 5-0. And we watch Niklas Rimmel on the mound. He will face Lionel Cespedes, the designated hitter, number 10 of Team France, the only French player who made it to first base on a walk. So there are no hits for France so far.
Cespedes, a player for Rouen Huskies, was born in Havana, Cuba, but moved to France at age 13.
And takes ball 1.
Acquired French citizenship in 2013.
And this one is in the air.
And Marcel Jimenez there to make that easy catch.
So 1 out, top of the 5th inning.
Almost a perfect record so far for the German defense.
As Luke Dury, the first baseman, number 20, is up to bat.
Dury also flied out to Marcel Jimenez. That makes 4 French players overall in this game to fly out to the German right fielder.
The interesting fact is that he has the same number of outs as the first baseman. Swing and a miss for strike 2. And this is popped on the plate, and no play for the catcher, Maurice Landrin. Foul ball.
Gerardo! Coño! Puta madre!
And swing and a miss. That's strikeout number 5 for Niklas Rimmel, German hurler, who had a little bit slow start with long at-bats in the first inning, but then he started attacking the zone, and his pitch count is going in the way he wants it to go. And strike. Last 5 pitches, all of them for strikes. And this is hit well towards the left field. And it's a first French hit and a double. Stand-up double by Dylan Mayu, so there goes the no-hitter.
I didn't say it explicitly, so I didn't want to jinx it for Niklas Rimmel, but I guess just implying it was good enough for the baseball gods. Left it hanging over the plate. We saw that Mayu was able to rip that ball towards left field fence.
And for the first time, the French team has a runner in scoring position. At second base is Dylan Mayu, and Nolan Soliveres, the catcher, is now facing the German hurler, Niklas Rimmel, and he has a 1 strike on him. This ball misses high. 1-1. So 1-1 pitch on the way. No, inside move. And the pitch, swing and a miss. Started as a strong swing, then in the middle of the motion, Soliveres realized it's not a good ball to hit. He slowed down, but wasn't able to stop the bat. So it's 1-2.
He set up blowing outside, lands in the dirt, and
at the backstop.
Mayu will advance to third.
Right, so the French first possible run is 90 feet away. As the count is 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Towards third base side, slowly rolling on the run. Making the throw is Oliver Theben. Ends the inning. Only 2 French players have made their way onto the bases in the 5 innings that we've seen. Bottom of the 5th is coming up, and a chance for Germany to extend their lead.
And they will lead off with the 7th spot, Nino Sakasa, the second baseman. And after him will be Till Schade. And the catcher, Maurice Bendreen, and hitting in the 9th spot.
So hitters number 7, 8, 9 for Germany. 2 of those have already crossed home plate for a run. Both Till Schade and Maurice Bendreen.
Right, Tim Sakasa is 0 for 2 with a fly ball and a strikeout. Till Schade has also a strikeout, but a walk and a stolen base later on. Maurice Bendreen is 1 for 2 with base hit and also stolen base. That was that double steal. So we'll see how the German bats will work in the bottom of the 5th inning. As the French infield and pitcher are warming up to face the German music.
Here's Sasha Plommersberger, plate umpire for this game, doing a good job so far.
Maybe a little disadvantage for Team Germany since he speaks German as Austrian. So I'm not sure about his French. Maybe it's better than mine. So Mino Sakasa now batting. Takes the first pitch, ball. Swings, foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. We see some movement in the German dugout. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Alexander Schmidt and Luis Santa Cruz making their way to the bullpen in the German side. Here's a ground ball to Maxence Esteban at second base, and an easy routine play for the French defense for the first out. And Sakasa is 0 for 3 in this game.
And so now up to bat is Till Schade with 1 walk and a strikeout and 1 run scored. Stolen third base. So we'll see how he does. Takes a strike. Change up 92 kilometers per hour out of the zone. 1-1. Swing and a miss. That's that long swing till Schade. 1-2. Foul. Still 1-2.
Toshada 2 for 7 in the tournament. Hit by pitch once and walked once.
And this is hit in the air. Second baseman Maxence Esteban calls for the ball and makes the catch. So it's 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th inning as we go to the number 9 hitter, catcher number 23, Maurice Bendrine.
Even the smallest fans in the stands need some refreshing beverage in this hot Sunday morning.
And ball is hit, not fielded, but no play for the shortstop. So Dylan Mayu definitely doesn't have his day today.
He was actually replaced at third after those 2 errors. It's Maxence Esteban.
Okay.
Who's originally playing at second base. He's now in third. And when we previously called Maxence Esteban as the second baseman, in those two first outs of this inning, it was actually Sylvain Perrin. Backdoor attempt unsuccessful, but very close.
Okay, so the third base spot is somehow unlucky place for Team France today.
Curse of the hot corner.
So now hitting Pascal Amon, center fielder, who's 0 for 3 with 3 flyouts, 2 of them to left field. And strike is called. And hit by pitch. So again, as in every inning, Team Germany has a runner in scoring position. This time it's Maurice Vendrine reaching second base after Pascal Amon is hit by pitch.
That means he reaches first for the first time in this game. The 4 plate appearances, flied out 3 times.
Strike is called on Philip Schultz, who's been on base twice out of his 3 plate appearances, with a walk and an error. And this one goes past the catcher. And it was right between the legs, the place where all the coaches, that coach catchers say that's the only place where the ball should not pass through. You go through your body, but not through your legs. Okay, so now the count is 2 balls, 1 strike. And a hit.
Into shallow left field, and on the run, Dylan Gleason makes the catch and ends 5th inning of this game. No score in the 5th frame. Germany still up 5-0. We'll be right back.
Playo.tv live broadcasting.
Hello. We're back to inning number 6 as French team, visiting team, will go to bat with Maxence Esteban, who now plays third base. Will be the leadoff hitter for Team France. And Germany leads 5-0 here in the live broadcast from Brno Stadium, which is brought to you by Playo.tv.
Maxence Esteban kind of proven that German defense has been close to perfect in this game. Only have his second plate appearance in this game, in the 6th inning.
He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. And we have a new man on the mound, number 33 for Team Germany. That would be Mark Harrison. No, sorry. Florian Seidel. Left-hander, born in May 1999. And starts his appearance with a strike called. Bunt shown, taken back for a ball. And this is a shallow right field. Marcel Jimenez, the right fielder, makes the catch. So 1 out. Another strike called, this time to Dio Jimenian. That's ball 1.
Second pitch misses inside.
2-1. I'm looking for Seidel's stats, but don't see any. So
Be his debut in this tournament.
That strike 2 makes it 2-2.
Close, the outside corner. Ball is called. Hit by the tip of the bat, and it's muffed by Florian Seidel. No play for Philipp Schultz. And on that infield single, Leo Jimenian will reach for the first time in this game and is 1 for 3 now. She'll bring the left fielder Dylan Gleason to the plate.
Dylan is 0 for 2 with a fly out and ground out. First pitch is taken, called strike. That's This one misses low.
Blocked by Bendrin.
The runner goes. The ball is high.
And
A double play.
base running error by Leo Gimignon. I wonder what he was thinking. He rounded second. So a double play.
That's why the coaches want you to look at home plate after a third step to see what's going on. And especially with 1 ball, 1 strike, the count when Dylan Gleason hit the ball. As you can see, it was caught and a nice steady throw all the way to first base for a double play, 9-3. That brings Germany to bat.
See the Spanish players in a good mood before their third place game against Team Belgium.
So German offense will be led off by Mike Emke, who's been on base 3 times with 2 hits and a walk and scored 1 run.
It has 4 runs batted in.
Right, I wonder what will be his performance now, because the first time up he ended up at second base, second time at third base, third time
He crossed home plate.
So now he'll probably cross home plate and land on first base
Back
again.
on first, yeah.
We'll see. And he hits this one pretty hard for a
And
base hit.
drop in front of Bastien Dagnon for a single. So 3 for 3. That's Mike Emke's impressive
Performance in this game. He was hitting 200 before this game. 2 out of 10. So now he is 5 out of 13.
Red hot today, and he is, well, by far the biggest reason why Germany's lead is so extensive. 5 runs is the difference in the 6th inning, as Nolan Lang, the designated hitter, takes the first pitch low and inside for ball number 1.
And the same
Sorry,
pitch
the
for
ball
ball number 2. This one is inside. 3-0. Nolan is 0 for 2. And that's it.
4
balls.
pitches and base on balls for Nolan Lang.
So now Oliver Thieben, third baseman, who's been on base also every time, with 1 hit, 1 walk, 1 error.
It was back when Dylan Mayo was playing third base. And Oliver Thieben reached on that error.
And we still don't know if it was charged to Mayo or first baseman.
I checked it was charged to a third baseman, Mayo.
Okay, that's a long fly ball.
He'll tag up, the throw to third, off target. A great backup by Clement Esteban.
And we have an interesting situation here.
A run down between first and second. Esteban checking the runner from third. He'll tag Nolan Lang between the bases, and Mike Emke stays on third. So 2 out after Thieben flied out, and MK tagged up. And here's another look at Clement Esteban solo. And then the toss to Luke Dury.
So this time Esteban backed up the throw, and the result was right there. That just proves that we learn by mistakes.
And that sometimes throwing errors can actually help you, because that throw off target from the center fielder Jimignon was the reason why Nolan Lang was attempting to advance to second base on the throw. 2 away, runner on third. That's Mike Emke and Marcel Jimenez with 2 walks and a fly out in this game. At the plate with
1 ball on.
1 ball and a strike.
No strikes. Oh, there was a strike before, so it's 2 balls, 1 strike. As we were watching the replay of the situation.
Ground ball to Esteban and throw to first in time. Quick inning, despite 2 runners with nobody out. French defense escapes the jam, and after 6 frames of play, we will have an interview with someone from the French dugout. As soon as it's ready, we'll switch over there.
Vas-y Daniel, vas-y.
Number 33.
Vas-y Danielo, vas-y.
That's shortstop Daniel Patrice. Stepping out to the plate. He's 0 for 2 with a ground out to the pitcher and the ground out to the third baseman. Only a couple, and I mean literally a pair of French players were able to reach base. That was Lionel Cespedes with a walk, and then Dylan Mayo with the double, the 2-out double in the 5th inning. Now Daniel Patrice already falling behind with 0-2 count. Hits it towards the third base side, picked up by Theben, and makes the throw in time, beats the runner. 0 for 3 is Daniel Patrice. That'll bring the right fielder Bastien Dagnon to the plate.
Bastien Dagnon is 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a flyout in his previous at-bats. As we go on in the top of the 7th inning. And here's the pitch. Ball. This one is hit hard for a base hit. Great play by Pascal Amon in the center field, stopping the damage. And Bastien Danu is the third French
player to reach a base, and only the second one to
well, actually it's the third but fourth, because there was a double play on Leo Jiminian in the previous inning. Swing and a miss by Leon Cespedes. So 3 hits for France, 5 hits for Germany. No runs for France, 5 for Germany. This one goes wild. And Bastien Danu is on second base. Wild pitch. 1-1. Count to Cespedes. Ball. 2-1. Two and two. Strike called. Cespedes walked in his first at bat and hit a fly out to Marcel Jimenez. And strikeouts.
Strikes out looking. Froze on that pitch by Florian Seidel. That makes it 2 away in the top of the 7th. And the first baseman, Luc Dury, will step up to the plate.
One ball to Dury. Right, runner on second base. Swing and a miss. So 1-1.
Down in the dirt, blocked by Maurice Bendrine. Daniel heads back to second base. Good play by the German catcher.
This one is fouled. That makes it 2-2.
Up in the air towards left center, and a diving attempt by Pascal Amon. It's
called safe.
Amon surprised, and the German manager will head to the third base umpire, Roy van de Batteringen, to make sure. Because right, we'll take another look.
Let's see it again.
We have the benefit of the replay. Hard to judge from that. Looked like a catch to me.
From the position of the glove, I would call it a catch. But the umpire was closer than the camera, and definitely closer
than us.
than us. So first run for Team France. And a base hit for Luke Dury.
Well, despite the result, great effort by Pascal Amon, center fielder. Full extension dive.
As you see, Bastien Danu reaching home plate. And meanwhile, it's strike 2 on Sylvain Perrin. New man playing second base.
His first at bat of this game.
A pickoff move to first base. Safe there. And strikeout, looking that strikeout number 6 for Team France. And the top of 7th inning.
A familiar score for the French team, trailing 5-1. They lost to the Czechs 5-1 2 days ago in the quarterfinal. Well, it's up. Germans to pick up the bats in the bottom of the 7th.
As Nino Sakasa will lead off the German offense. He's 0 for 3 with a strikeout, fly out, and ground out. Will be followed by Till Schade, who's 0 for 2 with a walk, a stolen base, and a run that he scored.
Looking at the scoreboard, you see that 4 errors charged to French defense are actually the same difference, 4-0, as the 4-run differential between the teams. Now when it comes to hits, with that shot by Luc Dury, French have 4 hits, while the Germans 5. They were able to capitalize more, and especially thanks to that bases clearing hit by Mike Emke. Germans have really. Here's a new man replacing, Sakasa, number 5. Alexander Schmidt, 18-year-old righty.
And takes this pitch for a ball. The other difference might be the number of walks. While German pitchers walked only 1 guy, the French walked 6 and hit 1. So that's 7 free bases in 7 innings. Plus the 4 errors charged, and there you have the difference. 1 ball, 1 strike to Alex Schmidt, and that's history. It's 1-2. And pitch clocked 100 kilometers per hour. Foul ball.
So an even count, 2 balls, 2 strikes on Schmidt.
And another foul ball. Ball Full count. 3-2. And that's a high ball foul on the roof of the indoor batting cages. So rather long at bat for the new man, Alexander Schmidt. And a ball makes it another walk. So walk number 7. Now batting number 7.
Luis Santa Cruz.
And he's out as he flies out to Bastien Dagnon. And now the catcher, Maurice Bendrine, is up to bat, swings and fouls this one right in the window of the clubhouse. No damage there.
So both Alex Schmidt and Luis Santa Cruz, who were 1 minute previously, were doing so as position players, as this is grounded towards second base. A double play called. Both calls were very close. As French defense heads off the field.
Let's go, let's go.
Here's Alex Schmidt. Here's another look. That ground ball towards second. A bang bang play at first. Saw David Kulhanek, the first base umpire from the Czech Republic, make the call.
As they say, you're
Definitely wouldn't want to be in his shoes.
as an umpire, you're paid to call an out, because you have to call 27 outs on both sides to go home. That was a close call. So we go to inning number 8. As Nolan Soliveres will come up to bat, the catcher of Team France, hitting in 8th spot.
Both the players that we saw their first at-bats in the past inning remain in the game. So they replaced Oliver Theben back in the dugout, and Luis Santa Cruz is the third baseman, and Alex Schmidt at second, replacing Nino Sakasa. Here's Nolan Soliveres.
Ball is called, ball in the dirt. And strike. 1-1. Foul ball. Makes it 1-2.
Hit towards the shortstop, Philip Schultz. Throw to Schade in time. And Soliveris grounds out for the second time in his game and is 0 for 3.
So now batting number 45, the third baseman, Maxence Esteban, who's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a flyout.
Hey, outfield!
A sign from the German manager moving the outfielders in. And that's a shallow hit, and that was a good call by the manager.
Sliding catch by Mike Emke, who is having a great game, both offense and now fleshing some letter left field.
Okay, now leading off, Leo Jiminian, who's 1 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a base hit, and then that base running error. Swing and a miss. And strike 2. Again, strong swing. Can't hit what you can't see. And that's
Swing and a
strike
miss.
3.
So a strikeout and a 1-2-3 inning for Florian Seidel and the whole German defense. Halfway through the 8th inning, still 5-1 for Team Germany, and they are 3 outs away from taking that 5th place in the under-23 men's European Championship in baseball.
And the first hitter should be Pascal Amon. Named there is no change in the German lineup. So it's France 1, Germany 5. As to the hits, it's France 4, Germany 5, and aerostats is France 4, Germany 0. And I guess there's a new player from Team Germany. Now it's Philip Schultz warming up, so
He is in the on-deck position, and Pascal Amon is actually heading to the batter's box, so no change there.
Amon has been on base once with 3 flyouts and 1 hit by pitch. Ball 1. We can hear some activity in German bullpen. Strike is called on Amon. 1-1. And strike two, 103 kilometers per hour. So 1 and 2 on Pascal Amon, center fielder, Team Germany. Swing and a miss, and
his bat lands all the way on the backstop. He'll take the walk of shame to pick up his tool of trade, and as he trots back towards the dugout, Philipp Schultz also yet to record a hit in this game, but ran the bases twice as he reached on a walk and error by the third baseman. This time hits it toward the third base side, but it rolls into the foul territory for the first strike.
ball one. So it's 1-1 to Philipp Schultz, the shortstop of Team Germany. And this one is hit high to the left field, and
Dylan Gleason makes the catch. Boy, positioned well prior to the hit off of the bat. Philipp Schultz, an easy catch.
And now the man of today's game, Mike Emke, left fielder, Team Germany, has been on base every time. Takes first pitch for a ball.
He's 3 for 3. 4 runs batted in, 1 run of his own.
Swing and a miss. And this one misses high and in for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Inside.
But in the
Strike
zone.
number 2.
2-2. 2 outs. Foul ball for 2-2. This one is called strikeout looking. So after 8 innings, the score is still 5-1 in favor of Germany, and we'll be back.
Playo.tv, live broadcasting.
Welcome back to Brno in the southern Moravia region in the Czech Republic, and the host of the final games of the Under-23 Men's European Baseball Championship. We're watching the 9th inning action of this 5th place game between Team France and Team Germany. Germans are up 5-1 after complete 8 innings and are only 3 outs away of finishing 5th among 16 teams from Europe who've made their way to this European Championship.
Yeah, the Germans will probably, if nothing goes unexpected, finish 5th, but their record is impressive. They lost only 1 game, and that was the quarterfinal game to Belgium. So with only 1 loss, they will finish 5th, but Dylan Gleason has now 2 balls. Gleason is 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and 1 ground out to the pitcher. And he hits this one pretty hard to the right field, but
Marcel Jimenez on the run.
Makes the catch. Now it's only 2 outs away from taking the 5th place.
Had to get there in a hurry. Marcel Jimenez, as that was a bullet sent to right field by Dylan Gleason. We'll take another look. The delivery by Florian Seidel. And on the run.
And another hit, this time a base hit down the left field line by Daniel Patrice.
Luis Santa Cruz, nice hustle in an attempt to field that ball, but that was out of his reach. And Daniel Patrice keeps the hopes alive with this single.
As number 25, Bastien Danu, the right fielder, comes to bat. He already has 1 hit, is 1 for 3. With a strikeout, fly out, and a hit to the center. And a ball is called. So it's tied on hits, 5-5. Germany scoring in the 3rd and 4th inning. As we watched ball 2, thrown by Florian Seidel, number 33. Pitch is in there for a strike, 2-1.
At the kneecaps, lower part of the zone. Great location by Seidel.
This one misses low, 3-1. Swing and a miss. That makes it full count. With 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Top of the 9th inning. Runner on first base. And misses low.
So a walk. That'll put the tying run to the on-deck circle.
And if I count it right, it's the 2nd walk. And time is called by German manager.
That's correct. The first walk was back in the 2nd inning.
Right.
Starting pitcher Niklas Rimmel walked Lionel Cespedes, who is actually the next batter for Team France. The designated hitter only walked in that first plate appearance. Then he flied out to Marcel Jimenez, the right fielder, and struck out in his 3rd plate appearance. Chance for Cespedes to not only make up for these not so impressive numbers, but also to keep the hope of the French team alive.
And of course the German team is hoping for a double play right here. And here's a shot, foul down the left field line. So that's strike number 1 for Cespedes. And just misses outside, 1-1. Swing and a miss, yes. 1-2. And that misses low and outside for 2-2. Was a good strategy right there, trying to have Cespedes chase the ball. Foul ball. 2-2.
Able to just get a piece of that to spoil that pitch.
Almost a foul tip. You could see Morris wondering. Not very happy with that, but this pitch misses high.
Showing some stone cold nerves is Lionel Cespedes. Not swinging at that pitch. Full count, 1 away. Runners on first and second. And it's hit towards the shortstop.
Out at
And
second.
a double play ball. They will end the game on this 6-4-3 double play. Schultz to Schmidt to Schade. So the 3 players whose names start with Esch end this game. Team Germany beats France 5-1 and takes 5th place in the final standings.
As French will logically end up on 6th place. While impressive record again by Germany, winning 5 games, losing just 1. And we'll be back with more baseball at 2 o'clock as Team Spain will play Team Belgium for the 3rd place. And then, of course, at 7 o'clock for the final game, as Czech Republic will play the Dutch team. Those 2 teams that are undefeated in this tournament.
So thank you for tuning in. This has been Slavik Novotny.
And Richard Kania.
And we'll be back in just under an hour and a half. See you then.
Bye.
Instagram. Domingo a nada. Yo, suffer like that, man. Co? Filipe, opatrně na tom, když sype se ti jídlo ze zadu, ať to nenasypeš do trávy. No, a jo, už mám kropit? Jo, určitě. Kopec domácí minimálně. Jo.
Playo.tv live broadcasting.